Hello there buddy, you're just called Redstone here, and today I'm back with another Minecraft video. And in today's video I'll be showing you guys how you guys can build yourself this compact creeper farm. And guys, this creeper farm will give you all the gunpowder you can ever need. And as you guys can see, this creeper farm is not big at all, and compared to some other designs, this is absolutely tiny. And guys, this farm works on all Minecraft Bedrock platforms, including mcpe, PS4, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and Windows 10 edition. And guys, this farm will also work if you guys are playing on mobile or on tablet or any other device like that. And guys, a few important things before I get into the build. So the first thing is that for this build, you will have to set your simulation distance to 4 chunks. And if you guys want this to work, please do it. And you guys can check your simulation distance by pressing escape, going into the settings, and then scrolling down a bit. You guys can see your simulation distance. Mine is on 4 chunks, and you cannot change it in game, but you guys can go to the main menu and press the little edit button, which is a pen icon, and then you can scroll down and change your simulation distance to 4 chunks in the main menu. And another thing is, as you guys can see, this is a quite small farm, so you should not be expecting to get tens of stacks of gunpowder per hour, because in Bedrock you will need to build a massive farm for that, and if you want the small one, it will still produce all the gunpowder you need. As you guys can see, it can still spawn a whole bunch of them at once. And guys, without wasting any more time, let's get right into the build. And guys, one more thing before we get into the build. While holding a looting 3 sword, this is how much gunpowder I managed to get in 1 hour, and I think it's pretty fine for the size of the farm. And note that this is how much you get in the best conditions. So the first thing that you guys are going to want to do is go to the location where you guys want to build your farm. And I recommend you guys build this in the middle of the ocean, where it is a minimum of 128 blocks away from any other island, like somewhere here for example. But I know that most of you guys will like to build one near your base so it can be active for a long time, or just because it's closer to your base. And I'm assuming most of you guys' base is on land, so for those who want to build it near their base, it will be slightly less efficient, but I know a way where you can still get a similar amount. But if you guys want the most, build it over an ocean. So if you guys want to build this near your base, what you guys are going to want to do is roughly go to the highest area near your base, which for me is this one, and it's 72 block high up. What you guys are going to want to do is go up by another 100 like this with solid blocks or any block of your choice, and then place ladders, but I recommend scaffolding as you guys can travel up it easily. And as you guys can see, my wall level is at 172 blocks now. Now you guys can go ahead and make a little platform. You guys can make this as big as you want. I'm just going to make it 5 by 3 for now. And then what you guys are going to want to do is place in a piston right here and break these 2 blocks right here. Place in a chest right here. You guys can make it a double chest, and then go behind our chest and then place in a hopper. Now you guys are going to want to go behind our piston and then place in 2 observers like this. Break the first one and then place one going into it, so that should update each other and make a fast clock for us. And now what you guys are going to want to do is grab your sticky piston and place it right here, and then you're going to want to place a redstone dust right here, and then a solid block, and then place a lever on our solid block, and this is the on-off switch for our farm. And guys, you can do this without the sticky piston if you guys don't want it, but this will help prevent lag. Now you guys can break this block over here and replace it with a slab like that, so you guys can still access your chest. Now you guys can grab your glass blocks or any block of your choice and then just place them like this, and you're going to want to go up by another 20 blocks. And now that we have our glass tube, what you guys are going to want to do is choose 2 opposite sides, so this one and this one for me. And the reason we're going out 7 blocks is because including this block over here, that should be 8 blocks, and water will flow. And for the other side, you're also going to want to go out by 7 blocks, but we'll do something different at the end. So for these 2 sides, as I said, we're going to do something different. What you're going to want to do is come down here to one of the tips, place a temporary block right there, and then go out on all 3 sides like this. Make it 2 blocks high. And guys, you guys are actually going to want to make this 4 blocks long like this, so you should end up with 4 blocks right here and 4 blocks right here as well. And now you're also going to want to repeat that on the other side. And now what you guys are going to want to do is fill in the platform. To do so, just come into one of our extended areas like this and just fill in each section up until we reach this wall, as this is where our border will go. And now that you guys are done filling in, what you guys are going to want to do is come to these blocks right here and then extend out the wall all the way around. And now what you guys are going to want to do is add a layer of leaves going all the way across the top, and this is to prevent any other mobs from spawning in here. And now that you guys are done, you're going to want to grab your water buckets, place one right here and on the other side of the channel as well, like so. And then what you guys are going to want to do is place water going all the way across the back right here and on this side as well. And if you guys are doing this in survival, you guys can place 2 buckets right here, take the center one and repeat like this. But once you guys are done, the water should flow a little like this, and if you guys land anywhere, you should be pushed to the center and fall through our little hole. And that's actually the entire basin complete. And now what you guys are going to want to do is grab your blue ice. And guys, this does not have to be blue ice, but I recommend you guys using normal ice at least because it will still do the trick. But if you guys don't have any normal ice, you can use cobblestone, but that will slow down the farm by a little bit. And now you guys are going to want to extend this all the way across until the edge, but make sure to leave a 1 block gap all the way around, and you're also going to want to do the same for all 4 sides. Once you guys are done, it should look a little like this. Now what you guys are going to want to do is skip a block right here and then make another channel going all the way across, and one more right here. And then you guys are going to want to skip a block and then place, skip, and place, and repeat that all the way down. And once you guys are done, you're going to want to place a trapdoor into each hole and then open it. And now you're going to want to grab your buttons and go to the line which has no holes like this one, and then place in a button, skip, place, skip, place, and repeat that. And you're actually going to want to repeat that for all these strips that don't have holes. For the ones that have holes like this one, don't place anything. And the reason we're doing this is to prevent any spiders from spawning in our farm and to make it so that only creepers will. And now for the next step, you're actually going to want to repeat this with a 2 block gap. So you're going to want to place 2 temporary blocks right here and then our actual block, and repeat this entire platform up here. And you're actually going to want to do this as many times as you'd like. Obviously, the more layers you add, the more spawning points we have, hence more creepers will get. But I find this to be most effective up until 5 layers, but after that you can still get a lot more creepers. So if you have the resource and time, you guys can make it as big as you want, but I recommend making it about 5 layers minimum. So now that you guys have your 5 layers, what you guys are going to want to do is grab your trap doors and then go down here, and then you're actually going to want to place in a trap door on top of each block which does not have a button. This block over here has a button, so I'm not going to place one, but this one does not. I'll place one right here. And you're actually going to want to repeat this for all the blocks which don't have a button. And for the line with the holes in it, you guys are basically going to want to put it wherever there's a top one right here, because we don't have any buttons there. And for the top layer right here, you guys can actually place a couple temporary blocks right here and then place in your trap doors and then get rid of our temporary blocks. Do that for all these layers. And once you guys are done with your platforms, our farm should look a little like this. And now you guys can actually stop right here, and this farm will only work at nighttime. But if you guys want this farm to work at daytime as well, you're going to want to follow this step to make a roof. And here's some information before we get to the roof. There's actually 2 different types of spawning for mobs in Minecraft. The first being surface spawns, which are the mobs that spawn on top or like on islands or land, and the second being cave spawn, which are mobs that spawn underground or under a block, to be specific. So if we were to just build a normal roof, all these will only count as cave spawn, which are only half of all mob spawns. So to get both, you guys are actually going to want to follow this and make a specific roof. To do that, what you guys are going to want to do is go to one of these corners, go out by 1 like this, and then go out by 5 in total. So this is 3, 4, and then 5 at a diagonal like this. And now you're actually going to want to repeat that for all 4 sides, and then you're going to want to connect it up and fill it in, forming a big roof. And once you guys are done filling this entire thing with solid blocks, you're going to want to grab your slabs and then place them up here. And once you guys have done that for all our area right here, you should end up with a roof that will force both types of spawn to spawn in our farm. And once you guys are done, our farm should be ready. And you guys can come down here, add some ladders so you guys can get up and down our farm easily. And guys, as you guys can see, as soon as we go down to our AFK platform, you should already see creepers spawning. And guys, if you guys don't see any creepers spawning, make sure that you set your simulation distance to 4 chunks, and you should see them spawn instantly. And guys, another thing is that this farm is completely extendable. And if you guys want to make this farm a little bit bigger and you guys have a little bit more resources, you guys can actually move this wall in here, and you can extend out our platforms 1 more on either side by adding 1 more layer of holes and then 1 more normal layer like this. So you guys can even make this farm more efficient if you guys have the resources by making the platform bigger and moving these walls into here. But guys, make sure that you expand by 2 blocks. So you cannot just expand it by 1 block, because then you only have the whole part and that will not work. And for example, if you guys want to extend it, you guys can start making the wall right here, and that should work. And guys, now for the final step to start using this farm, what you guys are going to want to do is break some blocks right here and kill off any creepers that are here with your looting 3 sword. And then you guys are going to want to turn on our machine and then throw in a couple tridents if you guys have them. It's okay if you guys only throw in 1, it'll work just fine, and it can be at any durability, guys. And when you guys are AFKing, you guys can AFK right here. And guys, make sure to hold your looting 3 sword when you're AFKing to get the most amount of loot as possible. And as you guys can see, we already have a bunch of creepers spawning, and if you guys check the chest, we already have 7 gunpowder just from me explaining how to use the farm. And yeah guys, that's actually pretty much it. It's a super simple farm which will give you an ample amount of gunpowder. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoy straightforward content for both Minecraft Bedrock and Java Edition, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, as it does help out the channel, also does mean a lot to me. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next one. Peace.